Hi, Haley and Jonathan. I hope you're all doing well today and you're enjoying your, I think you're up in the mountains, if I remember correctly. So you're having a good time up there. It's a video lesson for today. Three things I want to talk about, and I'll just go right down the list. And if you have any questions, just, you know the drill. Shoot me a message back or send me a video and I'll be more than happy to answer. So first thing is A major scale. I remember last week we did A major scale. I believe we did it with buzzes, buzzing each note. Hope you guys have been working on that and everything's moving smoothly with that. I know that guitar is a bigger scale than her other guitar. So hopefully let's get her hands starting to get used to the scale size of the frets. So what I want you to do this week with it are vibratos. So we get your A major scale. And what I want her to practice is doing vibrato on each note. So remember we talked before, but I'll remind you guys again, that imagine there's a line kind of right down the middle of the fret. So you get your fret wires on either side and you get a line going down the middle. And then what I like to do is I like to pretend that like if I'm doing it's almost like a mini slide on the string. It's like you're like skiing or sliding up and down on that, sorry, left to right on the fret, and the finger never ever crosses over that middle line. So if you have her practice just going like this side to side, your vibrato, just a little dabble do you don't need a whole lot of vibrato. Side to side, a lot of people they'll do the ski lift and then at the very end up and down. so don't do that. So see if you do the ski lifts approach, right? Still see if you can still like do like a micro ski lift up and down, because a lot of times the people are doing this and then they get to the end, they go, okay, I'm done, and they do go back to doing the old way of doing it. So shift up and down, and when you get there, a little micro ski lift, like a tiny ski lift, left to right. Same thing with third finger, be on the right side of that fret right here, and a micro ski lift, left to right. So it's not an up and down motion or a rocking of the hand. We have this, each note, see, real small, see each time left to right, so it's not an up and down motion, especially that pinky right there. The pinky will be really important for another tune that's coming up. I think it's the next one in the book. Well, no, it's the one after. It's the Andante. So have her practice the vibrato on her A major scale. And it shouldn't be fast in terms of like how fast you play through the notes. It's far better actually to just take your time. Get a really good vibrato. This one's not about speed. All right, so practice that, and then for right hand work this week, we'll continue our work on the arpeggio preparations. That's like a broken chord, basically playing like a chord like that kind of thing. So for this one, what you want to do, as we talked about it last time, but it's worth doing for several weeks, is making sure that you get, first off, you do the guitarist wave, right? Making sure that wrist is straight, and then do the guitarist wave, right, which we did. And then we did thumb on 5 and then brushing the strings. So you're not trying to play them at all, you're just really taking their fingertips and like brushing the strings. That's that motion back towards the X in your hand back here. And then taking index and middle finger and placing them on the 4th string and 3rd string. And then remember before we took a piece of paper, let me get a piece of paper here. And rip it off your copy. There you go. Off the side page I made for you guys. And just put it right between the index and middle finger. Don't squeeze it. You know you got it right if you walk up to Haley and just it comes right out. So no death grip in this thing, right? You shouldn't have to tug on it. So nice and easy. It shouldn't fall out either, right? So it's just firm enough to keep it in place that you could slide it out if you want to. So I got that there, and you place it in there, and then and place it on the 4th string and 3rd string, and then have her just go back. I know it feels weird to have it like there in your fingers as you do it, so like maybe have her do like once, and then take the paper out. And it shouldn't do this, like it shouldn't widen out like that. Keep it tight like this. Took years. Many long nights were had to form the right hand for me. Hours and hours and hours and months and years. I diligently looked at this hand and studied it very closely. I still study it too. I always find there's spots, I mean, I've done this a long time, and I find in my own daily practice, like I'll start tightening up the first finger if I'm doing a lot of like I&M work, or M&A work. And I'll find if I'm not paying attention, I'll start tightening up my first finger. So even I still work on this stuff. So you keep I and M together, right? And then take that piece of paper out, and then see if you can do them at the same time without the fingers separating. In a way, when you do it, so they'll kind of be like almost like stacked on top of each other, just very lightly. That's where that paper comes in here, and the fingers will be kind of stacked up. Right? So work on that, and then if she feels comfortable, take that piece of paper, still keep it there, and do 4 and 3 that string group, and next string group. So you can probably see my hand turning right here. We're going to talk about that. One thing at a time. I just want her to get used to doing that motion right there, and then I'll talk about how the hand supinates and pronates as you move through the string. So you supinate and then you pronate. Anyway, so work on that, and then other thing too, preparations for Allegro. Thumb and fingers exercise, just like we have been doing. So for thumb and fingers, it's that exercise we did. So we have middle thumb, index thumb, together, making sure that you don't put too much finger through the string, because what happens if they put too much finger through the string, they start tightening up, and they rock the hand this way, and then try to have a hard time pushing through simultaneously with the thumb and the fingers. So right on the tips of the fingers. It's still flesh. You're not playing on top of the nail. People see these nails and they think I play on top. I play on the top of the nail. I don't. I play with the flesh of the finger, and the nail is just a ramp for an afterthought. To produce the bell tone. So just a little bit of fingertip. So none of this right here. If you see this, or if you see this, that means, or you see the pinky, so it's like 3 things you'll look for. Like you'll see the pinky curl up like this, you'll see the pinky flail out like this, or hyperextend like this, and then, or you'll see them turn the hand this way. That means that they're catching on their own finger. I've had adult students come to me who've been playing classical guitar for a while, and cross the board. I ask them to play thumb and finger simultaneously, and it's hands moving all over the place. Because either tightening up when they do it, or either putting too much finger through the string. So it's a common issue, and something we fix. So all right, and then so do thumb and fingers exercise. And also do the other one too, the M I. It's the second measure of the second preparation, and it's just M on the B string, on the second string, I on the third string, M on the second string, I, and then M. Right, just message me. All right, so you have M. Try one more time. M on the second string, I on the third string, M on the second string, I on the second string, and then M on the third string. And you're gonna be like, wait a minute, that's a string crossing, and you'd be absolutely right. It is a string crossing at the very end, and we have a solution for that. But you'll have to come back next week for that secret. So work on that, that preparation there. Other thing too, make sure she keeps on working C sharp on the A string. So on the 5th string, on your A string right here, C sharp. Right. So we have a C sharp right here. So if you notice right here, when we were doing like pinky push-up 1 versus pinky push-up 2, pinky push-up 1, the hand is turned more towards the index finger, and then pinky push-up 2, the hand is turned more towards the pinky side of the hand. So like going this way. Same thing with the C sharp. When you put the C sharp down, the hand should be turned towards the pinky like this right here. Right. So you don't want to have her hand turned this way. Otherwise, it's hard to reach that C sharp here on the second string. So when you do this exercise, so ring finger on C sharp on the 5th string, it's 4th fret, and then fingers together, hand turned towards the pinky side of the hand. So not this way, but this way. This rings through, so you do not lift this one off. That's why we do all that work with the pinky push-ups. So this way, this one's in position, not moving, it was static, and then this one is doing the moving over here. So 1st string open, 5th string, and then 2nd string C sharp, while keeping the 3rd finger down, so this shouldn't be this. See how it stopped? But that stays down the entire time until you get to, and then into the theme. So, all right, cool. Those are the 3 things I want to talk about today. If you have any questions about any of those, like I said, shoot me a message back, and I look forward to seeing you both next time. Take care now.